Have you met some people that speculate on experiences while others talk about the experience and give references to it? Let's talk about it. Hello, and welcome to another Workflow Devotion with Darrell and Arlene. I'm Dr. Darrell Gadsden. Welcome to this Friday, the day before the weekend comes. A exciting time for most of us, those of us that have Friday and Saturday and Sunday off. Today's devotion is going to be coming from the book of John, the 9th chapter. I would, as I do always say, read it for yourself. Study to show yourself approval, that you may be rightfully dividing God's word of truth, which is our duty to speak the word the way that God has put it forth, that we may be able to live it the way God intended for each of us to live. Well, today's topic is a good reference comes from a good experience. A good reference comes from a good experience. In my business, my wife and I, we are general contractors. We do both residential and commercial remodels and building. Well, our name or the references that we receive are based on good or bad experiences that come through our customers. And then again, that says that a good reference comes from a good experience. Well, if you read this chapter, you'll find that there's a young man that Jesus Christ comes in, he encounters. This man is blind. He was blind from birth. And his disciples, the first thing they asked, which is sort of typical of most people, who sinned, he or his parents? And Jesus' response is neither one of them. Sometimes we look at a person and their situation, and we tend to label them even without even knowing what they have gone through or the purpose that God has in their lives. Jesus turns to them and says to them, neither have their parents nor he sinned, but that the glory of God can be revealed through him. This man is blind. They didn't know and understand what Jesus was talking about at the time. They had no idea. But Jesus then spits and makes a clay, puts it on his eyes, and tell him to go and wash in the lake of Siloam. And he go in the pool, of Siloam. So he goes and he washes, and his sight is opened. He can see. And none of the people around that knew that he had been born blind understood why and how this had occurred. Well, they end up taking him to the leaders, to the church people, to find out from them, how did this happen? Who is this person that opened up his eyes? And he starts to tell them, well, there was a man, and he spat on the ground, he made a clay, he put it on my eyes, and he told me to go and to wash, and I did, and here I'm seeing. Sometimes the things that we go through in life will dictate the experience, and that experience that you go through will then open the eyes of other people to be able to see exactly what you've gone through and say to themselves, if it worked out for him, then it'll work out for me. Your experience, the things that you go through in life, are the things that will determine or help you to determine the outcome of what God has placed inside of you. Your experience is one of the greatest teachers that you can ever have. So a good reference A good reference comes from a good experience. If your experience has been good, then it's easy for you to refer others because of your experience. Well, has God done anything for you? Do you have any experiences that you've gone through, that references that you can use for yourself, that you can then say, if God did it for me, God can do it for you? Well, a good reference comes from a great experience. And I know that each and every one of us have had some great experiences that God has done for you. Well, enjoy the weekend. May God continue to bless you. May your experiences be the references that you use to tell someone else about the goodness and the mercy of the God that we serve. God bless you. See you Monday. Bye. Good references come from great experiences. Has God done anything for you that you can tell someone else about? God bless you.